What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody doing? This is another episode of Talking Sports and Entertainment. I'm your brother, Prince Cree. Al Cole will be joining me in a few. This is what's so crazy. Al had tickets to go to the Garden and overslept. My. How it feel to just throw away money. Shout out to Al Ice Cold. That's the Cruiserweight champion. I don't like to say former, because to me, he's always a champion in my heart. This is another episode of Talking Sports and Entertainment. Now, we're going to do something real special because we normally broadcast on Fridays. So it's Saturday, and I'm celebrating my birthday whole weekend. The whole weekend. We're going to talk about a lot of the fights of the junior. We got the junior welterweight. So it's the junior welterweight. We got a lot of fighters going on. The main event is Zapata and Vargas. They talking crap. One is a Mexican fighter, and one is a fighter from the Bronx, New York. I'm telling you, and it's going down. Shout out to Jahi Tucker. He's gonna be like one of our little nephews we gonna adopt. He's a light welterweight. He's undefeated right now. He's 4-0. Tonight he's gonna be 5-0. Shout out to Jahi. We team Jahi Tucker in this house in the Swag Media Network. So I just want to shout out to all the fighters that's fighting tonight at the Madison Square Garden Hula Theater. It is going down. Top Rank, Bob Aaron, Jay Prince and his team is going down. But the Swag Media Network, we always got to stick our nose in it. And then Talking Sports and Entertainment with my brother Al Ice Cold and me. I got a special guest that's rolling in with me. I just think I'm just gonna bring him in with me. You know, I'm thinking he's gonna be an honorary special guest with me. But I'm setting him up, right? This is the setup. Sean Pitt, what up, man? Come on, man. You in with me or what? This is the thing, right? This is the thing.
I am with your home.
This is the thing, right?
The Redskins jersey.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about this whole thing, right? I figured we rock something sports. I thought he was gonna rock a Muhammad Ali jersey or something. But you came in here with the Redskins stuff.
Yeah,
now, I'm gonna let you slide there. I'm gonna let you slide. Okay. I'm gonna let you slide because you know we got the best division in sports. Our NFC East is one of the best divisions out there. I think.
Me too. How many
I'm not even gonna front, man. I almost think that if it wasn't for Dallas, Redskins, Philly, and the Giants, I don't think football would be.
It wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same.
Not at all.
Not at all.
History goes too far back.
It goes too far back.
1932.
1930. See, I don't know nothing. I'm too young for all of that. So how you feeling this evening, man?
I feel real good.
I'm excited, man, because every time I jump on here, man, with the sports and entertainment, I get super excited. I'm always hyped. I'm always like I'm on Red Bull or something, man. You know what I mean? But it's always a pleasure to be with you. Now, last week we was talking to Jahi Tucker.
Right,
Jahi Tucker.
Yes, sir.
We were speaking to him, and this young fighter is 4-0.
4-0.
And like you asked him, one of the questions I want to reiterate what you asked him, Sean, is that about his diet.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And that was a key point for this. So in the recap of this, why did you ask that question? Because I was like, yo, thumbs up. I don't think I could have asked that question. I almost was thinking like, man, that's a dumb question. But at the real deal, it was really a good question, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
right,
I appreciate that question. So why did you technically ask him that question? What was good about that question?
Well, I know that fighters, they have to have a certain type of diet in order for them to get in shape and remain in shape for a fight.
Right.
So I asked him what was his specific diet that he utilizes to get in shape and to maintain his shape and his health in preparation for a fight.
But I thought that was really a real good question, you know.
Thank you.
And so I said to myself, dang, this, I don't got all my questions together. You know, I'm freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Freestyle Friday.
Yeah.
And so I was on the freestyle thing, man. But that was a super question, man. And I think the young man, I think he's going to do great things.
Yeah, I hope so.
I really think he's going to flourish in his boxing business, man. He's very intelligent.
Yes, he is.
You know what I mean? Lady D was up there just sitting there like, yo, he's smart fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
and she really responsible for this little Jahi Tucker fight party.
Okay. Oh, also let me interject real quick. Also today, tomorrow you all is Prince's birthday.
Oh yeah.
So we here also to celebrate Prince's birthday, y'all. Wish him a happy big 51.
I like you, man.
Yeah, man.
Already, brother. I like you already.
Big 5'1".
I like you already. And actually I'm 52.
52, my bad.
But if you want to let me stay at 51,
nah.
If Shon said 51, it's 51. It's 51, y'all. It's 51.
52.
It's 52. It's 52.
52.
But listen, I gotta say, these fighters that's going down today, Jose Zepeda and Yasso, I call him the Prodigy because it's hard with his first name. The Prodigy Vargas out of the Bronx, New York. He was popping some stuff, Shon. You had to see, man, brother. You had to see the pre-fight, man. This brother was popping some stuff. And I was like, man, brother. He was popping some stuff, man. Hold on.
Oh, man.
But I was like,
but Youngin is pretty humble. He don't really talk much trash, right?
Who that?
Pretty humble. Our little dude.
Oh no, he's pretty decent, man. He's not going to be a type of person that's going to pop a lot of stuff. I really appreciate Jahi Tucker. Now Jahi Tucker was showboating a few fights. A few of his fights, he was showboating. He was, looking at the audience. Yeah. But I saw a fight where he hit a dude to the body, Shon, and dropped him. But we're going to have some fun, man. We got another special guest. Alpha Tier Hanks is another sports guy I know out of Irvington, New Jersey. By way, he live in Virginia Beach, but he's from Irvington, New Jersey. Right. He's going to kick it with us. But in the meantime, I want to just go ahead and just check out some pre-shows. This is the Sports and Entertainment Special Edition. We're broadcasting on Saturdays when normally we are on Fridays. So sit back and enjoy yourself. I'm hanging out here with it's the Dallas Cowboys versus the Redskins at a 2-round bout. In this corner, Prince Cree celebrating his whole birthday weekend with Mr. Shon Pitt. Now look, it's always good to bring in these hard questions, person, but we're gonna be in and out. We're going to watch the fight, and we're going to come back, and we're going to speak on each round.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Talking Sports and Entertainment. I'm your brother, Prince Cree. Al Ice Cole is somewhere probably living in luxury out in New Jersey, but I'm hanging out here with my brother, Shon Pitt.
Yes, sir. Back.
Listening to a video track creation. Help me find you.
He brings a perfect record, 3 wins with no defeats. 1 victory coming by way of knockout from Albany, New York, Kasir Masi Goldstein. Introducing out of the red corner, he weighed in at 142.2 pounds, wearing black trunks with white trim. He brings a record of 2 victories with only 1 defeat. One of those wins coming by way of knockout from Scranton, Pennsylvania, Mark Mashura.
That's soon.
Yeah, it's quick. Real quick.
Take that hat off before you bring them to me. Mouthpiece in. Mouthpiece. All right, fellas, y'all had y'all instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up.
Bueno, todo listo y preparado. John Clark con las instrucciones. Carlos Ilustra los saluda y está muy bien acompañado esta noche con el Gastón Tom Guerrero y Chris Namus en esta velada muy especial a través de Star Plus desde el Madison de Nueva York. Segundo se juega campana, primer round. Ahí están, frente a...
Technology.
Pantalones blancos, el zurdo frente a Max Miura. Rapalito.
What's good, everybody? What's good? This is a special edition of Talking Sports and Entertainment. I'm your brother, Prince Cree. Al Ice Cole hopefully will be joining us soon. But I'm here with my brother, a special guest host, Sean P. What's good with you, brother?
What's good, black man?
Man, I'm good. We just thought it would be important to this kind of broadcast today. We normally come with sports and entertainment on Fridays, but Saturday is a special edition. But I see you walking your Redskin jersey.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Die hard.
Did you not know? Yeah, I can tell you're die hard because or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You came out of your house with it, and y'all are at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, the Giants are.
God.
Yes, they haven't won a game yet.
Oh, man, God. Shout out to my family members out in Jersey. Dallas Cowboys, they be wearing me out with the Cowboys, and the Giants are in the bottom feeders. Bottom feeders, man.
Yeah. But I hate the Cowboys overall.
I can imagine, man. Sports entertainment, man, we like to just come in, and I like to have fun on this episode, on this podcast. It's always open forum with me. I talk sports. I talk all stuff. But I just thought, I wear my Dallas Cowboys military hood. You know what I'm saying? You got your Redskins, your Washington.
Yeah, Garcon jersey.
I'm not mad at you, brother, man. I'm feeling it, really, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Talking sports and entertainment. Let's talk a little bit of sports. Like we see this fight. We broadcast on this about the fight. It is about Jahi Tucker, Team Jahi Tucker in here in the building.
Sir.
I want y'all to support him. He's boxing out of Queens, New York.
Yeah.
This young man is an incredible fighter.
Yes, he is.
I can recall you asked this brother a question, man, and on last week when we interviewed him,
right.
And you was asking him about his diet.
Right.
So, Sean, let's go ahead and recap on that. What was your purpose of asking him about his diet?
Well, I was curious because I know that every fighter has a specific regimen that they go by when they're doing when they're preparing for a fight.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, what his diet was like when he wasn't preparing for a fight. And he stated that I can't recollect verbatim what he stated,
Right.
but he said that he basically eats anything when he's not in training. But in training, he eats a lot of fish, vegetables, and fruits, and I think he said he drink juices, if I'm not mistaken, as well, a bunch of water.
One of the things I took away from that when we was interviewing Jihad is that and this is one thing Lady D jumped on, like he was talking about turning his bathroom into a sauna.
Yeah, exactly.
It was incredible, man. This young man is very, very intelligent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to him and his father and Jay Prince, Shakur Stevens. That team is incredible young fighters that are coming up. They're changing the game. Right, but he said he turned his bathroom into a sauna. Ran the hot water.
Yeah.
Put the towel under the door,
the crack of the door.
Yeah.
And he said he tapes up the side of the door, puts tape all around the cracks of the door and puts a towel under the bottom.
Wow.
And he sweats. He said he lost 30 pounds in like 5 hours. Remember he said that?
That was one of the things that just took me away. I'm trying to lose 1 pound and it's taking me 30 days. It's taking me 30 days. And so Jahi Tucker, I think this is a special moment. I feel I told him earlier, me and him was going back and forth and chatting. I told him we're going to broadcast. We're just going to have fun and celebrate him. Right. He's one of the fighters that's up here. Most of these fighters that is out of New York are fighting in this card. They're undefeated. as we see above and back of us. But the Vargas and Zapata is the top fight of the night. They're fighting for the championship belt. That's going to be a fight to watch for this evening. But I'm also bringing in another special guest. Friend of mine is Al Hanks out of Irvington, New Jersey. Al. Yeah, he's gonna come in. He's gonna stop by and we just gonna see what he has to say. We're sitting down right now. Soon we'll be standing up. We just want to let y'all know this is Talking Sports and Entertainment. I'm your brother Prince Cree. This is not Allies Code. This is my special guest. Once again, I thought I'd bring him back in. Shon P. Yeah. I call him Shon P, aka Diddy P. Shon P. Yeah. So we'll be back. It's the Talking Sports and Entertainment. We're just gonna take a little break and just pause for a second without our conversation going on. Talking Sports and Entertainment, y'all.
We'll be back.
Claro, lo que pasa para Miura se le complica porque quiere esta pelea. Si se quiere, una pelea más de prolija, más de trinchera. Y Golson no solamente lo recibe muy bien, sino que además no lo deja plantar.
All right, y'all. I am back. I'm not going to turn up the fight now until my little brother, our little nephew, we call him my little nephew, Jahi Tucker. But I got another special guest with me. First of all, he's from Illtown, New Jersey. You know, he's straight a Jersey boy, right? First of all, he's rocking my favorite shirt with one of the worst teams in the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my little brother, Al Cole. I mean, not Alpha Tier Hanks. What's good, Al?
It's all you, brother. What's going on, man?
Man, it's exciting. It's always excited to see you. Let me tell you something. Alpha Tier is technically ESPN future because ever since I've known him, he was a big fan of ESPN. We'll wake up in the morning, we live together, and he have ESPN running day in, day out. This on marathon.
That's
and
right.
One of his favorite commentaries, rest in peace. Talking about him, Al.
My main man, Stuart Scott, man. When I was in the Navy, it's funny. His brother, his last name was Marshall. I can't think of his first name. He said to me, he said, "Man, you ever seen that guy Stuart Scott on Sports Center in the mornings?" And I said, "Nah." And he said, "Yo, you need to watch Stuart Scott." So I said, "All right, cool." And one of his catchphrases at the time, Michael was still in the league. Of course, we're talking about Michael Jordan. And Stewart pulled out some Biggie Smalls and was like, Michael, can't you see? Sometimes your jams just hypnotize me. And I was like, wait a minute, what did he just say?
From that point, right? This guy was amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing gift with the sports, man.
Absolutely.
To this day, everybody's covering. They following this suit.
Oh, absolutely. Like when I watch ESPN and all the sports networks now, they all pattern themselves behind what Stewart did. He said Barry Bonds hit a home run one time, and he said Barry Bonds is more cock diesel than the Wu-Tang Clan on steroids. You know, he used to say stuff like a tribe called Cleveland, talk about the Cleveland Indians. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Stewart was the dope, man.
Yeah, he was
amazing. God bless.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Not the same. This commentary. Now, what do you think about Stephen A? Let's talk about Stephen A. right now. And look, we're doing sports, talking sports and entertainment. It's entertainment.
Right.
We want to get down. This is why I brought Al here, because Al he's on top of this. So so Fatir, let's talk about Stu. We talk about your people, Stuart Scott.
Yep.
Let's talk about your thoughts on Stephen A. talking about Kyrie.
So, man, with him speaking on Kyrie Irving, Stephen A. could be a little over there. He could be a little over the top sometimes. Stephen A. knows that as well, but it's funny. So I'm a segue into what Charles Barkley said.
Okay.
About Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
Some people are for. Some people are for the vaccine. Some people are against the vaccine. On social media, people started saying, "Well, Kyrie Irving is like Muhammad Ali."
Right.
Slow your roll. Don't like Charles Barkley said. Don't ever compare.
That was a hard comparison.
Yeah, but Kyrie ain't even in that. He's not even in that.
Not
league.
even for the spokesperson. Not even. Yeah.
Nah, he ain't even not. Because he's not playing or whatever the case may be, but he's still getting paid. Ali didn't box for 3 years and did not get paid. Right. You know what I'm saying? He was ostracized. But with his passing, and once he got sick with Parkinson's, everybody loved him.
Right.
But there was a time where everybody hated Ali. Right. So let's not get so Kyrie got the people on the internet loving him.
Yeah,
That's what that's all about.
Yeah.
The internet loves Kyrie, but he's the earth is flat as far as Kyrie is concerned. So
you know,
he's a little flaky to me.
It's his pride, right? That's the thing. See, I sort of agree with Stephen A. and how he was coming at Kyrie,
right?
Only because of these things. Every year is something with Kyrie.
Oh, absolutely.
Every year,
absolutely. Yeah,
it's
something with Kyrie.
It was like, I don't want to play because of this and that.
Right.
It was always something with him. The knee, when your boy Cap, he was talking about protesting, but I get all of that. Right.
The thing with Kyrie is, understand, Kyrie, at the end of the day, you're a follower and not a leader.
Right.
Because realistically, okay, yeah, you helped LeBron win that championship, but at the end of the day, you're always going to be Robin. You don't have the makeup to be Batman.
Wow.
You don't have he knows he doesn't have the makeup to be Batman, but he wants to be Batman. But what happened when he went to Boston? And he was,
man, that's true.
He was given an opportunity to lead, and he didn't lead. He got honestly, the Celtics played better without Kyrie Irving. At the end of the day,
they actually was playing better when he was
injured. Yeah,
and that's true.
Yeah, and honestly, once the Brooklyn Nets get it together and get really flowing, it's gonna be like, why even bring Kyrie back?
And that's the thing. And it's funny that I'm hoping that. But at this time, my Knicks is running the division. My New York Knicks, the real New York team. Let me say this in my Stephen A. voice. New York, stand up. Listen, my Knicks is a fire for team.
It's incredible how great the Knicks look right now. Every 48 other night, that double overtime.
And we almost lost we handed to Bulls they first loss.
Yeah.
And we was up by so much and we got a little lax.
Yeah.
We got Kimbo Walker back home. He's from up top.
I know.
He's playing in his backyard.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I was talking to your brother Dula. He was like, "Yo, man, finally,
we
can get rid of that coach." The coach got to learn how to get better. But look, we good right now.
Well, the thing with Tom Thibodeau is he's a grinder, and leagues and sports aren't in grind mode anymore. And these old school coaches just got to understand that.
Yeah, that's facts.
Like not for nothing. Look at how Bill Belichick grinded on Brady for so many years, and then Brady goes to Tampa, and in 1 year, in a pandemic year, this dude goes to Tampa Bay, and with a loaded roster. Let's just keep it 100. The roster was loaded, and he wins a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Antonio Brown gets a Super Bowl. Gronk gets a Super Bowl. Evans and Godwin get Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Like come on now.
So I'm going back. Let's go back. We broadcasting in a special event, Top Rank. Bob Aaron is connecting these young fighters, and so this young fighter here, it's over. I'm waiting for Jahi Tucker. He's our little nephew. We adopted him. We interviewed him last weekend. Me, Shon, and Allies Cole. And this young man is a Fatir. He is the truth, man. We love his whole vibe.
Oh, absolutely.
We were asking him some great questions, man, and I'll tell you. I'm looking forward to him. Your cousin, Big Hanks, Joey, was like saying, "Yo, little young man is the truth." You know what I mean? Like being up top, all them up top fighters, they all connected.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although they all moved out of the state. But
absolutely.
Your cousin was saying, like, this young man, he chimed in on Instagram and said, "Yo, man, he's the truth."
That's what's up.
Big Joey's the truth, and
the future, Joey, the future Hank. That's right.
Shout out to your family, man.
Absolutely. My cousin Harvey Doc, who actually referees a lot of the fights, to hear Max Kellerman drop his name when he's
that was crazy, yo.
Max, this is Harvey Doc's 234th championship fight. I'm like, golly, Doc, what's going on?
Wow,
Doc is
this is why you important to this, man. I'm like, do you understand? Like, it was only right because in each time with Swag Media Network, my goal is to set a mark. When I thought of sports entertainment, and I know that Allies Cole is not going to always be here, so I got to bring in Al Fatir.
Hey, this is what I do.
I got to bring in my bro.
This is what I do.
AKA the baby Stuart Scott.
This is what I do.
So Al, let's talk about let's not slide you out of here. Let's slide you out of here. We want to quickly just do a recap on your 49. What is it?
We're in trouble this year.
49 or 9.
49. The 49ers are in trouble this year. Bottom line.
But you're not the only. I think this seat right here is for all the losers. So when I pause for a second, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to bring the next loser.
The Cowboys ain't been 500 in 10 years, but we're going to keep.
Anyway, sports entertainment.
They just getting back to 500.
And I better be quiet because you know Abdul said you keep talking and you know.
What's wrong with that calf now? He in a walking boot, right?
Nah.
Okay.
Don't believe the media.
Don't believe the hype.
Talking sports entertainment.
Track creation.
Help me find you.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, if you want, let me eat. Yeah, you want to get you something to eat?
No,
we come back.
Okay.
Obviamente la idea es que no pase, pero sabemos que hay boxeadores que tienden a hacer ensuciar la pelea.
Was all this in Spanish?
Otras, saber mantener la calma o incluso salir con más agresividad.
Let me see that. Maybe I got it in the Spanish. That was regular conversation. It was in regular channel.
ESPN or
ESPN Plus.
Change the what's name.
Y el árbitro dijo, va, con Toicha. Vamos con el anuncio.
Now it's just the commentary.
They fight in the garden?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Doc might referee tonight.
The hard necks.
And the man in charge of the sound of the bell, Mr. Eddie Claudio. Introducing first out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 129.4 pounds. Wearing silver trunks with red trim, he brings a record of 1 win with 3 defeats and 1 draw. That victory coming by way of knockout from Dallas, Texas, Michael Land. Introducing out of the red corner. He weighed in at 129.6 pounds. Wearing black trunks with red trim, he brings a record of 1 victory with no defeats. That first victory coming by way of knockout from Ridgewood, New York, Ray the Scientist Quadrado.
Try to this.
Michael. Yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. Good, thank you. All right, guys. Both ways bands are pretty big, so I'm gonna allow from here on up, okay? Got it. All right, explain the rules in the dressing room. Give me a good, clean practice, okay? I don't know. If you want to touch up now, let's get popping. I don't know.
Muy bien, Eddie Claudio con las instrucciones. Raymond Cuadrado, el científico, allí en pantalla, va a enfrentar al tejano Michael Land. En la categoría Liviano Junior, a 4 asaltos, Carlos Irusta junto con Gastón Tonga Reina y Chris Namus. Listos para la acción por Star Plus en ESPN Knockout. Ah, amiguito, salió con todo Land, ¿eh? No te da tiempo a respirar, hermano, este muchacho.
Y Land es de esos que los récords son engañosos, porque si bien tiene una sola pelea ganada, 3 partidas y un empate, nunca enfrentó a rivales con récord negativo. Por lo tanto, a veces no hay que confiarse de los números y hoy lo está demostrando. Él sale con...
They even said it a couple weeks ago when San Francisco was playing. They were like, last time they had a wide receiver people fear.
Yeah, Terrell Law.
Yeah. Think about that.
Well, we got Pierre Garçon from y'all though.
But I'm gonna have to sort of tame Land because Land came to fight.
And he got early momentum too, Andre. Sometimes
that's a guy who hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't won since his pro debut. Any type of success that he can have, especially against a guy like Quadrado, who has high hopes and he's 1-0, is gonna wake Land up.
Andre grew up at the gym that his father owns called Brotherhood Boxing. A lot of young up-and-coming fighters in the New York area started there in Brooklyn, and he's got a good amateur pedigree.
Yeah, for a young fighter like Cuadrado, it's more about the style than it is the record. If you look at the 1-3 big shot right there, you'll think, oh, he should knock this guy out in 30 seconds, but it doesn't work like that because land has an outward stop. It takes a little bit of time to get yourself together before you start to land the shots that Cuadrado just landed.
Landon's a fighter in here, and he knows what he's doing. He's just not a regular opponent at all. I think Cuadrado's doing the right thing right now by going down to the body. You can see how Land responded with those body shots. He didn't like them.
Nobody likes body shots. But Cuadrado trying to set up a long overhand right or a looping right.
Right hand of Cuadrado is starting to find a home.
Okay, he started off with a double lead right as opposed to the jab, so he's changing levels, changing the tempo on Land.
Cuadrado finally got the timing of Land down. You see him making a miss, making him fall short with his shots, and he's countering beautifully with right hand and body shots like that.
That's the type of shot that'll hurt anybody. Delivering left hooks to the liver, and then rib cage, and now here comes Land.
Oh, man, did this thing last week.
Yeah.
Let's look into Ray Cuadrado Sr. as he comes into the ring to speak to his son, Ray Cuadrado.
My referee, this is Gerard.
Let me get this. Let me get this.
It's 5 rounds.
Why they rushing your man to come back?
Oh,
Why they rushing Dak to come back?
I know they might as well let him sit down.
Especially against Minnesota. Like, come on now. I could beat Minnesota without Dak.
Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on.
Hit your rep.
Which one?
Pressure on. Right? Don't wait for it. Keep the pressure.
All right, we back.
In the building.
So I'm almost thinking. I'm thinking your family might be refereeing this fight. Refereeing one of these fights.
Yeah, Doc. If there fights in the Garden, the Barclays Center, Doc will probably referee. Absolutely.
I'm seeing it. I may see it like that. So Al, sure. You think Dak Prescott is being rushed back? You think
I wouldn't rush him back? I wouldn't rush him back. We made that mistake with Garoppolo last year. We rushed him back after we lost to Tennessee, and he ended up being worse. Like the injury got worse. That's
what they're saying. They're saying that they should just kind of like let him chill for a second.
At the end of the day, Jerry Jones runs your organization, and he wants, like, y'all 5-1. He wants to keep that momentum going. But if Dak gets injured again, who you gonna sit out there? Who's your backup again? Right.
I ain't gonna lie, yo.
Yeah, who's your backup?
I don't even know the backup.
Right, and I would against Minnesota, and you know what? Kirk Cousins plays horrible in primetime games. Look at Kirk Cousins' record during primetime games.
You might be onto something, Al. You might be onto something.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that look, if this is what I would do, just to please Jerry.
Right.
I'll play Dak maybe the first quarter.
Right.
Just a couple of snaps, let him run and see how that's opening.
Yeah.
And just send him down.
I wouldn't. Yeah, because the NFC East.
There's no way coming. Even if we lose that game,
right? Nobody else.
Right.
Everybody else in the division is done already.
When you win 5 up like that, with all the games, you play off bound. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no way that Dallas is going to lose all of the rest of the games.
Yeah,
all those things are possible, but I don't see that. But I agree with letting Dak rest.
Yeah, like realistically, y'all should beat the Giants. Y'all should beat Washington, and y'all should beat Philly. Like I'm just sorry. First of all, on the offensive side of the ball, man, please.
Yeah, we was numbers up even when Dak last year.
Yeah, exactly.
You just didn't have Dak Prescott.
And then your offensive line is healthy this year too.
A little better than last year. Defense is a little shaky, bakey, Puff, but we still stepping up with Diggs.
Who's the rookie linebacker?
Because Parsons.
Yeah, Mika Parsons, because they got rid of your man that was
Jaden Smith. Like, I was shocked. Man,
I was kind of shocked too.
Roderick sent me the post on Facebook, and I was like, huh?
Yeah,
Is this a joke?
Yo, I was surprised at that.
Because Jerry was feeling the dude, man. He was red shirt or something like that. He came in and
because he tore his knee up that last college game or whatever, and
right.
When he was at Notre Dame, but Steven is making the moves, and that was a money move at the end of the day. Letting him go was a money move.
Yeah, because he had in his contract for Tia.
Yeah,
injured.
Yeah,
pay him even if he gets injured.
Right, because of what happened at Notre Dame when he tore his knee up in the bowl game. That's why a lot of them guys that know they're going high in the draft, they don't play in them bowl games no more. Because it's not worth it to them.
I agree.
I agree. Yeah. Pay them college kids, man.
I agree.
Pay them.
Let's go switch back. Let's switch the mode into boxing.
Yeah.
Which is our showcase of the night.
Absolutely.
Do you think boxing is truly the same as it was maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. After
Mayweather? It's been tough, right? To really figure out.
Right. Here's the one thing that bothered me about Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, come on.
No, here's the thing that bothered me about him and Manny Pacquiao. Y'all waited too long for that big fight. Y'all waited way too long for that big fight. At the end of the day, so like when Floyd calls himself the greatest,
right?
Like no, like you might have that undefeated record or whatever, but you're not the greatest, and you're not the greatest. No. Only Floyd's record is the only thing that makes Floyd the greatest. But no.
As far as what, Puff? Knocking out people?
No, it's not even knocking out people. It's in Floyd. Honestly, Floyd laid the groundwork for guys to take control of their careers at the end of the day. So I'm fine with that part. But he should have, like him and Mandy should have fought when they were both in their prime. You know, they should have both fought.
That's true.
They should have both. Yeah, they should have both fought when they were in their prime. But yeah, at the end of the day, boxing will never be what the great sweet science like Max Kellerman would say. It's not the sweet science that it was when you look at the heavyweight division. Ali, Foreman, Frazier, Larry Holmes, Ken Norton, Ernie Shavers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would say Jerry Cooney. You know. And then you look at the middleweight division, the late great Marvelous Marvin Hagler, rest in peace, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, right. Tommy Hearns, Iran Barkley. You know, they're like, nah. And then them guys didn't duck each other. Them guys, oh, know what you want to go? Okay, let's go. You want to go? Let's go. You know.
I agree. With boxing is a little different. You know.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that a little history that I got into where Allies Cole was speaking to me, and when Frazier passed away,
right? Yes,
and I went to see him. Al Coles went to see and visit him.
Yeah,
and a lot of things that Frazier was really upset about is that how people really thought he was like Uncle Tom,
right?
But he really wasn't. Like I didn't know the real story behind him. Frazier was more for the people as well as Ali was.
Right. I think what made Joe was more Martin and Ali was more Malcolm. And then Ali could articulate it where Joe couldn't articulate it as much as Ali could.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's no slight on Joe. There's no disrespect to Joe, because I know Joe did a lot in the community. I know he did a lot in Philly.
Right.
You know,
right.
like the people in Philly love Joe Frazier.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
But so Joe Frazier was more local, but Ali was global.
More was global.
Ali was global.
Okay. Okay.
So when you think of global so in sports, when you think of global athletes, you think Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, and realistically, you would think LeBron James now.
Right.
No, what? Hold on. No, what? Venus and Serena Williams.
Yes. Okay. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like global.
Global. Yeah.
Tiger Woods. Global.
I see your point.
Yeah.
I see your point.
Yeah. Like Ali was the first. Realistically, Ali was the first global athlete.
Technically, because Ali went everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And Ali was the first global athlete, and then I would say Michael, and then Venus and Serena and Tiger. They all kind of came up. Venus, Serena, and Tiger all kind of came up at the same time.
Right.
But Ali was like, come on, like this, like Ali fought in Manila in the Philippines and in Zaire. You know, huge, very, like very huge, like, and then Michael Jordan became global when he won his.
When they went to
the Dream Team.
Dream Team.
Yeah. Because then they had the big billboard of Michael on the
right.
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So that's when Michael became global, and I would even say LeBron is global because of social media. But back,
I think today's global athlete is LeBron, because LeBron does touch that social media like no tomorrow.
Right, exactly.
He's really like nigga when it comes to that.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, Ali, like I said, Ali, Michael, Tiger, Venus, Serena, you know, like those are the, you know, where you're like, oh yeah, we like people know who. You could just say Venus and everybody. You say Serena, everybody. You say tennis and Serena. Come on now, like
you say Tiger, you already
know
who
they talking about.
LeBron, that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't realize Ali was. I like your comparison, as Ali was more Malcolm, right, and Frazier was more Martin,
right,
and they all was for the cause of the people. One was subtle, one was a little loud, and
right. Yeah, Ali was
stand by the window with the.
Right, okay. Ali was braggadocious.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, and
no doubt.
And and Ali was braggadocious before he joined the nation. Like think
he was
about,
always that.
Yeah,
he was always that.
So when he was Cassius Clay, he was bragging. You know, when he beat Sonny Liston, I shook up the world. You know what I'm saying? And then a couple of weeks later, he said, you know, don't call me Cassius Clay anymore. Call me Muhammad Ali.
Yeah,
you know,
love him. Love him. Big up to the idol.
Yeah.
I agree with the.
And I'm fortunate enough to say that I was in his presence.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I was actually.
How was that experience?
Being a little kid and the connections my father had.
Yes.
In the Nation of Islam, and being able to be around Muhammad Ali, like I've seen 2 pictures of my dad in pictures with Muhammad Ali. I saw a picture of my dad with Sugar Ray Leonard, with Smoking Joe Frazier, and then there was a picture of me from like 1977, 76, 77, of me sitting on Muhammad Ali's lap.
Big.
Yeah. So I you remember his training camp was in Pennsylvania, so my dad would take me to his training camp all the time.
So you come from a family of boxers. Now I know I do. I knew my brother Akbar fought with, sparred like, he was around a lot of Wahi Mustafa, a lot of fighters,
absolutely,
stuff like that. But you come from a family of people that's in the game of boxing. So who are those people?
So my dad, along with this brother Ali Muhammad, they all kind of helped put the Dwight Muhammad Quaid and Michael Spinks fight together.
Okay.
With the late great Butch Lewis back in the day. Okay. Yeah. So I've been in.
So you've been in this boxing.
I've been. I remember Larry Holmes doing an exhibition one time in Elizabeth at the Dunn Sports and Recreation Center, and he did an exhibition with a guy who one of the guy's arms was shorter than the other, but he was boxing, and he fought Larry Holmes at the Dunn Sports and Recreation Center.
Wow.
Yeah, and the young brother was going in on Larry, but like I said, it was an exhibition, so it wasn't it
wasn't really no big deal.
Yeah, but he was trying, he was trying his hardest. Yeah, because
one arm as shorter than the other.
Yeah. It was like right there. Yeah.
I can shout out to Levi. Every time I think of something funny like that, I can see Levi joking that.
Right.
Making that a big deal.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah.
So we're gonna pause for the calls. This is
Absolutely.
actually that was the final round of the second fight of this boxing program. I think Jihad is up next. I know he texted me and said he's going in around 7:30, like how you can predict when he's coming.
Right.
But we're gonna come back. We're gonna pause for a second, and then when I come back, I'm gonna sit down with Sean Pitt, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna, everybody that's getting this seat is the loser's seat. So I'll put them in some hot questions.
We got our 5 Super Bowls before y'all, though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So anytime you say something, I got to cut you off.
That's right.
Talking sports entertainment. I'm your brother, Prince Cree. Al Ice Cold is somewhere in the garden somewhere. And I'm here stuck to do this. We'll be back.
Peace.
Peace.
You are now listening to a Big on the Track creation.
For years to come.
One of the most anticipated fights of the summer. And here we are.
Watching you wait. And you secretly hope for that concussive moment of resolution. Guilty pleasure that keeps you coming back year after year after year. But the most virtuous thing a fighter can do isn't putting the other guy down. It's picking himself up. On October 3rd, 2020, Jose Zepeda and Ivan Baranchik went down 8 times.
Baranchik is in trouble, and that's a
Maybe not.
This is the war.
The last one would leave them both champions. For all his talent, Zepeda had long questioned himself. But now he had outboxed the boxer, and outslugged the slugger.
I didn't know how tough I was, and tonight I showed myself too.
A great gift and a great price. By now, exhilaration had given way to dread, guilty pleasure to a kind of shame. And then, in anticipation of the tragic finale, came an unlikely triumph. It's not a fight of the year. It's a fight for every year. Something that stays with you forever. We're part of history, though. We saw a fight of the year. We saw a guy in Zepeda get up 4 times, but Josue Vargas saw a style he thinks he can exploit. We'll see tonight, but we'll also see what that fight took out of Jose Zepeda, or if it added to his confidence. Bernardo?
Thank you, Mark. And out of all of us, the only guy who's been in that type of fight is our very own Tim Bradley. And only you can tell us, what is it like for Jose Zepeda to come back from a fight like that?
It's tough. I mean, you got to think about it. Every time you get in that ring, a piece of you is left inside that ring, physically and also mentally. But we we as fighters, we're trained to ignore it. That's what we're trained to ignore it. The pain or whatever's going on, the sensitivity, whatever is going on, we're ignoring it. We ignore it. So
I'll just tell you this, Bernardo. As a kid coming up in the amateurs, it was forbidden for me to win the best bout of the night trophy. I was supposed to win the best fighter of the night trophy. So, yeah, Tim's the only one that knows anything about that.
And we may see that tonight because the philosophy in Jose Bart's corner is, hey, I want you to be in there and outbox and don't be touched. And the philosophy from Jose Zepeda is, go get him. So we'll see what philosophy wins as we get to Mark Chinook for our next fight between Jose Sosa and Jahi Tucker.
Ladies and gentlemen, we return to the action inside the Hulu Theater at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the welterweight division. Our judges at ringside, Robert Perez, John Potter, and Melissa Roldan. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Shon. Introducing first out of the blue corner, presented in association with Antonio Leonard Promotions. He weighed in at 147.6 pounds, wearing white trunks with pink trim. He brings a perfect record of 4 victories with no defeats. 2 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From Deer Park, New York, Jahi Tucker!
All right, Jahi.
Introducing out of the red corner. He weighed in at 145.2 pounds, wearing black trunks with red trim. He brings a record of 3 victories with only 2 defeats. All 3 victories coming by way of knockout. From Asunción, Paraguay, Jorge Rodrigo Sosa.
You had your instructions dressing room. Protect the midday total mentals. Protect yourself at all times. Talk loose, talk them up.
Jorge Sosa, 0-2 since starting his career, 3-0 with 3 knockouts in his homeland of Paraguay. Jahi Tucker, 4-0 with 2 knockouts as a young pro. He's got an excellent check hook, and he's got all the tools in the toolbox. Let's see if Sosa can do what Michael Land did and make this an interesting fight.
Bernardo, I was very critical on Jahi Tucker's last fight. You know, I was so critical, he didn't even come over and say hello. Typically, he would come over and just wave his hand in the air and say, what's up, champ? So, curious to see if he took any of the constructive criticism that I gave him.
Trunks, breast cancer awareness, and he's aware that Sosa has a dangerous left hook as a southpaw, so he goes right after him.
Watch the feet.
He talked about that nervous energy for young fighters.
Sosa says, how do I get him off me? Let me push him to the canvas and get him breathing.
Tucker's got to settle down and try to get another good shot in there.
Sosa said
Sosa still hurt.
Yeah, he said it's a dream to fight in New York. He's a big fan of Muhammad Ali, Manny Pacquiao. It could turn into a nightmare if Jahi Tucker does what he knows how to do.
That's what he's looking for. Right now, he's trying to get Sosa to walk into a right hand.
Gets him to walk into a left hook instead.
Good work right there from Jahi Tucker.
Oh, man. He got one.
After slapping, but that body shot worked into the liberal. And Sosa,
Come on, Jahi. Baby, baby.
the speed and the power of Jahi Tucker.
Come on, Jahi.
Man in the ring for holding down Jahi Tucker. Then he goes to work from a distance.
This is where I settle down.
Right?
He gets real excited, and sometimes he overshoots his work, and he takes away the good shots that are there. He's got long arms. Just shoot the shot. And Sosa will literally do half the work for him, but be patient. He needs to settle down a little bit.
Just as you were saying, settle down. Sosa landed a looping left hook.
Dre, you right. You are right. But I do like the offense come from Tucker. I love the offense.
No, he cannot. Being patient doesn't mean you're not throwing. It just means you're not overshooting and leaving yourself open for that overhand left that Sosa just landed.
I think that's the most powerful thing a young guy can develop is body shots. And Tucker's been doing that all night. Now, right hook to the chin of Sosa.
So you can't train that. What Tucker's doing right here, you can't train that. I mean, this is natural ability to attack and to be aggressive. You know, a lot of guys, they shy away from that action. On the inside, he enjoys
and Sosa's just missing, vanishing thin air is all he can catch. At the end of the series, the crowd gets excited here at the Hooker Theater. Andre, there's a lot of power shots, but it was the right hand of Tucker who did damage early.
Yes, it was. That's his money punch. That's the punch that Tucker
Yeah.
relies on heavily, and we see
Jahi.
it right here.
Oh my.
Putting it on, dude, man.
So what do you think so far? What do you think, man? What do you think? I'm
I
excited.
mean, he's quick on his toes. His bob and weave game on 1,000. His left and right is connected. I mean, he's looking sensational, man.
I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. Round 2 is so
Looking
far
sensational.
so good, right?
So far, so
All right,
good.
let's sit back and let's enjoy this, man. Jahi Tucker.
That's what I got on him about. Tucker showboating during the course of a fight, letting the guy recover when you hurt the man. Tonight, you see how aggressive he is. You see he's not showboating.
Yeah, he had him hurt.
He's a serious fighter tonight.
Hey, put a Green Bay Packers helmet on Jorge Sosa and tell me he doesn't look just like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he do. He's on my Aaron Rodgers.
Double check.
Don't do that. Don't do that to Aaron Rodgers, man.
Aaron Rodgers, hey, I hope he doesn't have the same look when Aaron Rodgers got dropped against the Bears this week. Or the Cardinals. Oh, nice right hand.
Threw a touchdown, though.
Yeah, right.
He threw a touchdown.
He sure did.
And they won.
Right click. Here we go. Just think Tucker gets a little
Young and
too
determined.
greedy.
Yeah. Just still need to be. You still need to stay a little calm.
Right.
You know what I mean, Sean? Stay focused, not to get too too anxious.
Right. But when that adrenaline get to flowing, when you see the man is about to go, I mean, you just unload like you're doing now. Got him on the ropes.
That's all I'm going to tell you. I like it. I like that offense.
Get him.
Body shot is crazy.
That's a beyond the flurry.
Dude,
You see his
34.
eye?
Yeah. Look like he hit a thigh while he going down.
Yeah, see the hands right there? Nice little shift from Tucker.
Jahi body work is real phenomenal, man.
It is. And he got the power like he was saying, like he was talking about. And I was asking him about when he dropped so many pounds so fast. Are you afraid of losing your
that
power?
Right.
And he said no. He said the power. Well, he said some.
Hey, listen to me, man.
But he reminded me of my nephew, Derek. The way he said, so athletic and so comical. He has that spirit about him. And so he's Team Jahi in our house, like Lady
Yes,
D
sir.
said, right?
Yes, sir. Team Jahi.
He just so remind me of Derek, man. Oh my God.
But somebody else will. You gotta correct that.
But the thing is, what Dre is saying is that Sosa can be just taking the shots on the gloves or on the arms and just waiting to tee him up for a big shot.
Like Sweet Pea Whitaker with that head game.
The
Yeah.
He wobbling.
Yeah. Feet are
Jahi
stuck.
hitting hard, bro.
He going
You
down,
hit
man.
really hard.
He going down. Yeah, he hit hard. Get him, man. Come on, Jahi. He stopped that. He stopped the fight.
Did he stop the fight?
He stopped the fight.
Yeah. Oh,
He put in work.
ladies and gentlemen, my little nephew. That's our new nephew.
Yeah.
Lady D said it. He looks like our little nephew. That's our little nephew.
No, the ref saved him.
The ref
Yeah,
saved
it's
him.
over. He stopped the fight, taking too much punishment.
That's a great performance by the young man, Tucker.
Ho!
The thing I'm listening is how this fight ended and why the referee stepped
But you could see in his eyes right here.
Yeah, he was done.
Right here, he was done. He backed up He didn't want no more. The ref is looking at his eyes. The ref is looking at his eyes. He could have went a little longer, but the ref was looking at his eyes.
I think that's one of those situations. Could it have gone on longer? Yes. Would the result have been the same? Probably. And I think one punch.
I almost wanted it to go longer.
Yeah, because it was an interesting fight.
I almost think that Jahi could have. I really want to see Jahi
got a KO.
Actually knock him out. Yeah.
Look a little younger.
Jahi is 19, man.
Boxing a 34-year-old fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight is over. Jahi stopped his opponent in the second round.
Entourage.
Team Jahi in our house right now. Jahi stopped his opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out. Listen.
Calls a stop to this bout at 2 minutes 18 seconds of round number 2. For your winner by technical knockout, Jahi
Tucker. See you in the big leagues, baby. 5-0, 3 KOs.
In Madison Square Garden. Next week we'll be in Las Vegas for Michaela Mayer against Maeva Amadouche.
I still think they should have let Jahi go a little longer. That's all I gotta say. Al Ice Cole is in the building, so I'm gonna just go into Al. I gotta bring Al in because Al needs to talk about this. I gotta bring Al Cole in this. And hold tight. It's a mess. Gotta bring the boss in. Al, what's good, man? What's good?
What's up, big Al?
What's going on? Can you see me?
I can. All right, let me turn this down. So, Al, I know you was watching the fight. Let me get situated here, Al. And I know you was watching the fight. I thought you would be at the Garden or somewhere watching this fight. But Al,
I should have been. You should have been.
You should have been, Al. And I should have been there with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Al Ice Cole has joined the building with us. This is Talking Sports and Entertainment with Al Ice Cole, but Al can come in when he wants. So, Al, what was your thought on this fight, man? You think they stopped it a little bit too early?
You know what? That was going to be the question a lot of people is going to complain about. Like, they said they stopped it early. They're going to say, just like when Ray Mercer and Tommy Morrison, they said they stopped it early, right? Or then, like, sometimes, and then once you kill a person, they say they stopped it too late. I mean, not physically kill a person, but you destroyed him. Jahi seemed like he was going on for the kill. And then if he had hurt him, they said the ref messed up because he should have stopped it early.
Okay.
And now he stopped it early. People going to say, he stopped it too early. So you can't win from losing. But he did a good performance. I was trying to find out what was that guy's record. I know it's a big grown man because Jahi's only 19. This guy's what, 34?
34.
People don't realize that's a big difference. That's like, grown men and little kids, in the ring. So Jahi is not even finished growing. He's just a young man. He ain't finished growing until when you get that old man strength. That's something else when you get up there.
Yeah. So Al Ice Cole, look, we was talking to Jahi before that. You watched him train. You went out and watched him train. Yeah. On your feedback right now and all the advice you have given Jahi in reference to, and a lot of the commentators are saying like he gets a little excited in some of the ways where he can put away his fighters, but a lot of the extra little stuff he does, that comes with wisdom and comes with age and maturity. Do you think he do a little bit too much of that in too early in the fight with a lot of that?
You know what? The thing about it is that Jahi is a very difficult fighter to fight. Anyway, his style is going to be very difficult because he's fast and he's awkward and he hits you from so many different angles. Right. And then plus he got an awesome body attack, as y'all was saying. So they might not look like that guy was hurt as much, But when you dig to that body, then you get a couple of headshots. It's like you're busting a hole in the balloon. All the air comes out. Those shots, those body shots, really kind of stabilize him to critically hurt that guy.
Right. You know what? And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't see in fights. And a lot of your fights that you were in, when your jab used to hurt people, Al, I know, because I can look into the eyes of your opponents. So a lot of the things that we don't see in the ring that the ref is looking at. Is that the same thing that you're saying, that he probably was hurting with stuff that we don't see?
Yes, that was so true right there. Because, you seen the ref. He was looking right at that guy. People just saying that the ref was on the side. No, he was probably looking into his eyes. He was looking to see was they glassy. And you can just see the momentum of some people, how they feel. And the ref was doing his job, just trying to protect the fighter. Because 1 or 2 more punches could be critical. And so that's why he might have stopped a little bit. And I was a bit like you. I wanted to see more damage done. We want to see kill to destroy. I wanted to see him, so it wouldn't be no point about it.
I agree.
That was the thing. But Jahi was doing this thing, and it shows his. Now, what was this guy's record? I didn't catch it. Did you?
I didn't catch his record. You, Sean?
He was like, I don't want to guess at it, but I know I don't want to guess at it.
He had a lot
I'm trying to see how many fights did he fight. Did he have a lot of fights, or who did he fight, or was
I think he only had maybe like 12 to 15 fights.
He's 34 years old. He really didn't fight a lot of people. But Jahi, I think I wanted to see more.
Yeah, me too, because that was very interesting. He was sharp.
He was real sharp.
Jahi is so elusive. You see how the dude had a hard time really hitting him. Like I said, oh my goodness, he dropped Jahi, but I guess he slipped.
Yeah, he tripped. He tripped.
Yeah.
You got a question, Sean, for Cole?
Yeah. What do you think the pivotal fight? At what round was the fight become pivotal?
Say again?
At what round do you think was the pivotal moment in for Jahi or Jahi?
Jahi. Well, it's really not no critical moment. What it is, it's the experience or level that he fights some of the opponents. Like every fight, it could be like a growing fight. Like, first you got simple stuff is like, say you got to learn to add and subtract. Then the next step, as you get older, you go to the timetables. So then the next step after the timetables is like fractions.
Okay, so it's those babies, it's those steps.
Yeah, so it's those steps. So it's not that everything is more steps. Like you got to go in. A lot of it he might not get in the ring, but a lot of it is going to be in the gym on who he spar, the quality of fighters, that he spar. He's going to mature that way. And so it's a whole lot. He just got a whole lot of natural ability, but now you got to groom all that together to be a much better fighter. And he knows that. He knows that. He figured like he's a very humble young guy. He knows, and he's looking to learn, and that's the best thing. Because some people get high on their success already and think they are that already.
Yeah.
And he really knows he want to learn. So when he get in some better sparring,
real quick, Al, I'm texting him and to see if I can get him real quick to come in and chat with us a little bit. I want to see if that's possible.
I very much doubt it.
Huh?
I very much doubt it. He probably ain't looking for his phone right now because so many people are probably trying to call him and say thank you. or give him, congratulate him.
No doubt. We'll catch up with him later, and I know you probably would go stop by and check in with him. So, Al, this is a junior welterweight championship on the line tonight with Sapea and the guy Prodigy I think his name is Vargas.
Vargas, yeah.
Osway Vargas out of the Bronx, New York. This is the junior welterweight bout is on the line here. So if you're watching it, you're going to stick by and check it out. This is the main event that's coming on. I just want to chat with you, want to talk with you.
Hold on. Let me ask you, is the main event coming next?
Yeah, the main event is next, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Jose Zapata and Josu Vargas, Prodigy Vargas, fighting for the belt. Jose Vargas is the junior super platinum or super silver.
You know what? So that means Jihad fought a co-main event.
Yeah.
So
you know what? There's a fight on right now. There's a fight going on.
Oh, okay.
Right now,
okay.
After him. So there's another fight going on now. So Jihad.
Okay. Let me ask you. Let me ask you. What did y'all think of? Did you see any power shots? Or I know you seen they talked about the body. He's a killer of the body. Did you see any good power?
Al, I saw a lot of you tonight. And to be honest, because you used to mix it up real,
right.
Those who are listening to us and have never seen Al Ice Cold fight, this guy was a slinky cat. Didn't look like he didn't weigh much to even really get in with them guys, but he had a to me like a Spinks physique, like his whole mixture of the body show, the body shots you should throw Al and your jab, and then your power shot with that hook. So a lot of the mix up things that went on with Jihad, if you go back and check the fight out later, you will say, wow, young man has some of my attributes.
Yeah, and definitely because I've seen him. He does some stuff. I've seen him punch him and step to the side and then attack from a different shot. And some people just stay forward. They hit you, then they just look to hit you. But Jihad changed up his angles of his punches, which was very great. He changed the angles of his punches, and then it's opened up for so much more.
Yep, he does. And one of the things he does well, Jihad, Al, is that exactly what you said. He hit the guy in his body and then he moved he stepped aside.
Right.
His timing in all of his shots was very timing. You know what I mean, Al?
Yes.
You guys are fighters, you know what I mean.
Precision.
Yes, it was.
Nice. They were precise. And I mean, how many would you think he missed out of? I
don't think Al saw the fight.
Oh, you didn't see the fight?
No, I looked at bits and pieces. I'm watching. No, I couldn't see it as clear. I was watching you. I was watching the fight that you're showing there.
Okay.
So I was trying to look through there to see it, and I couldn't see it.
The way I have it set up here, I was hoping that I got a better visual on it, but I told Jihad earlier that we'll be broadcasting and we'll come in and make our give our comments on the fight after fact. And I told him, man, you're gonna be 5-0 tonight. Just stick to your game plan. As if he how he said it to us, man. Like, I take all types of advice.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think you, Al, just it's that behind the scenes advice and not wanting to step on anybody's toes. I'm pretty sure he'll listen to you. I'm pretty sure he's taking some advice that you have given him.
And you know what? Some of the advice that I wanted to give him, he had already acknowledged that he wanted to do those things. So he's definitely willing to listen. And so he was right on point of what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He did a great job in the ring. He's a technician
in the ring.
Yes,
Talk sports entertainment. I'm your brother Prince Cree. That's my bro Ham, Al Ice Cole. It's time for us to sign off. But I thank the boss. I think that, Al Ice Cole, that's my boss, man. That's my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and this guy. Look, if y'all don't know, I told you, I don't say former IBF cruiserweight champion. I call him the champion still, because I'm gonna tell you something. If Al would have kept, look, I'm telling you, I'm gonna say this to you, Sean, and Alpha T. Maybe y'all ain't see Alpha T. Maybe y'all ain't see Al Cole's fight. But if Al Cole's would have moved up, and there's just no doubt, I don't know everybody gonna trip out. Him and Holyfield are friends, they cool.
Oh yeah.
But Al would have beat Holyfield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm being honest. I'm being at that time faster. He had a jab and he can punch. Like his ring generalship was incredible. Like look, I know y'all sit and say
the power of Holyfield, the stamina.
Look,
I definitely have the stamina and power. I was a warrior just like Holyfield, so
Holyfield know that too. We just go through it. Holyfield knows Al. Yeah, but Holyfield, just the hype behind it is different when you got the hype behind it.
Right.
But when you know a boxer in Al Cole's mindset in fighting, and I'm not saying this because he's my friend, his mindset as a fighter was just on the level of Holyfield. Like he wasn't just he wasn't going in and brawling with you. He knew he was fighting. If Al would have fought Holyfield, I know Al would have said, it's chess. Al would have known, I'm not going in and trying to power him.
Right.
I'm not going to go in there and try to fight him like that because he's a warrior. Right. I got to switch. And Al's boxing smartness, intelligent, is on that level. Now, I don't know the outcome of that fight. It never happened. But I can tell you, Al was never one of those dumb fighters that went in, going to use his power, try to overbrawl on the height. He boxed based on his opponent. Am I right, Al? And I know.
Very much so. You know, I knew it would have been more of a boxing match, you know, or a thing with outmaneuvering. You know, it was just been the skillful set. It would have been a good 12 hard rounds of technical fighting and trying to, just like how Jahi just did. You just can't punch. You got to sneak. You got to change the angle. And Jahi is so far in advance than himself about changing his angles.
Wow. Alcos.
Yes.
You know this next brother I'm bringing in is named Al Hanks out of Irvington, New Jersey. You know his people. His cousin is a heavyweight fighter.
Joe Hanks?
His cousin. You know his cousin.
Boss
last
man,
name
what's
is
going
Hanks.
Is it Joe Hanks?
Yes,
Hanks.
sir. Yes, sir. You also
that's his first cousin.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
father, my father, brothers. And then you also know my other cousin, Harvey Doc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Harvey Doctor, he's becoming a great fan. He's going to be one of the famous referees later on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Doc does his things.
Yeah, that's his first cousin out of by way of your town, your area.
Irvington, New Jersey, the building.
I had sparred Joe Hanks so much in the beginning of his career.
Uh-huh.
We have worked all the time. Joe Hanks knows me very well because,
he said it.
You know, he was far advanced than a lot of the amateur guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Joe Hanks, yes, they was young in the game, so I wouldn't go all out.
Right.
But Joe was able to handle some stuff, so I was able to do a little bit more with Joe because he was able to take it. He had much more better movement, and he was more finesse.
Right.
So,
Joe, he's I'm waiting to see him get back in the ring, you know.
Yeah, it's a big difference, you know. And sometimes, like Joe's my man, but sometimes I think he was living his mindset of what he was doing.
Right.
And he was before his time because I think like he was really, it's not negative, but it's just good criticism. Like he was easily handling everybody else.
Right.
But it's a different level once you step up.
Right, exactly.
And it's a different environment, it's a different beast, it's a different attitude. And sometimes people living so well on what they've been doing, they start living and thinking they're the greatest because they look so good. They build them up and look so good.
Yeah.
And you still got to be on the grind and focus. You
got to be hungry.
You got to be hungry. And sometimes we lose that desire because we start living what everybody's saying. Like, you so bad, you so great, you so good. And sometimes we don't, we take off, and not just say physically take off, but we start living our hype and don't train as hard.
Right.
I understand.
I believe that. I do.
The success and stardom goes to people's head.
Right. I agree
and
with
then
that.
a lot of stuff coming so easy. Then, we don't train as hard.
Right.
And that was the point when, and Joe was just beating everybody so easy.
Yeah.
And then you become to think like, oh, this is easy. No, that's just one stage.
Right. Because I'm trying to think of what pay-per-view he fought on, and he ended up losing. And I'm trying to think of what, because I was hyped that he was on pay-per-view. I'm like, yo, Joe on pay-per-view, and he get ready to do his thing, and it almost seemed like he was like playing around in the, like he wasn't, and he got dropped, and I was like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, this is not supposed to happen,
Right, and some of the stuff, because he got away with it with different for the lower level.
Right.
And he thinking this is just another guy.
Right.
And no, this guy's just not another guy. But they all looking at each other, just another guy. I think the fight that he lost, I'm not sure. But the guy went on to do something.
Okay.
But then I think it's not that he lost to a guy that was no good.
Right.
He lost to a quality fighter.
Right.
But in this game, when you lose early in your career, early in your shot, your whole steam. So you got your mental state that you got to mentally bring up and build yourself up mentally again, and still want to go in the ring. And when you don't have all that fanfare no more, so you got to dig deep in yourself and pull it out to try to still succeed. And it's hard when everybody's on top of you and joy for you. Then you lose. Nobody's there.
Right. That's right.
Nobody's there.
So, Ice, let me ask you something. Sticking to the subject of boxing while we have a few minutes here. What is your thoughts about Carissa going into the UFC? She lost a fight.
Right.
She lost. But do you see a lot of fighters going that route, Ice? Do you see a lot of fighters just saying, you know what, let me just get into the UFC? Is it about the money? But how do you feel? And I'm gonna ask Al to talk about it. Then Fatia, you come in on next and talk about it.
Absolutely.
Real quick. What are your thoughts on that?
Hold on. First of all, I didn't even know, but I got the answer anyway. Okay, what did she lose? A regular fight or MMA fight?
Was it an MMA?
I'm not.
It's UFC. She's fighting UFC.
Yes,
she's fighting the combats, the octagon. She's into that boxing now.
It's a different arena there. It's like it's a different arena that she's stepping into.
Right.
It's like like for instance, I'm gonna try to get if it makes sense what I'm about to say. I don't know. Okay, kind of related to tennis. And I say tennis and baseball. It's like some of the same features. You swing and hit the ball.
Right.
But it's totally different.
Right.
And same thing like soccer. You could kick the ball. That means you could kick a football the same way. No, it's different.
Right.
And even though the UFC MMA is the same thing in punching, but it's totally different.
Right, because you get to grapple, you get to kick, you get to put people in different.
It's a big difference. You get to hit and hold and twist and trip or kick. It's a big difference.
I think, I believe she lost. I think the biggest thing with Clarissa is realistically, there's no money fight for her in boxing. The one money, so she was on ESPN with Max, J. Will, and Keyshawn about a week or so ago, and she keeps bringing up Layla's name, of course, Layla Ali, and that would be the draw for people to see Clarissa and Layla. But Layla is at an age where, she's not boxing anymore.
Right.
You know,
Layla's been out of boxing for so long.
Right.
And
Layla's
now,
been out of boxing. Yeah. But
she's been out of boxing for so long. Married, got kids, her whole life and her whole mentality has totally changed.
She's doing, she's doing other entrepreneurial things.
Yes.
The only thing is that for them, so I remember listening to Layla on something, and she was, and like Clarissa had said some stuff, Layla said some stuff. Clarissa went back and said something, and Layla was like, "Look, I walk around at 200, so she's too small for me anyway."
Right.
I'm like, okay, yeah, but
what is Clarissa?
If you come out of Ali, they're not going to just sit there idly by. Like you're going to get a response. But I just think at where Layla is in her life and her career, and where Clarissa is at, like Clarissa is still competitively going, where Layla hasn't fought in 10 years, 15?
Yeah, it was just crazy. I don't even think it would be a good fight for her to really get her name up. But as far as
it would be
just like how Ali lost the later round. Like it's almost like where Larry Holmes fought Ali, kind of like at that time, sort of, kind of, but I don't think that's what's gonna get her.
Or to be more like Ali fought Trevor Burbick.
Something to that.
Yeah, like where he didn't have any business in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly. What it is right now is like the thing is like Layla don't even now the money making decision, like what you were saying, Hanks, earlier.
Yeah.
For Layla to switch over from boxing to MMA, it's all about money value. Because really, Layla was the only boxing person that I think her and Joe Frazier's daughter, I think they made $1 million or something.
Right.
But and now just say Layla, she's still making just say million, right? But she's doing it something else. Like she's on a cooking show. She got a cookbook. She got a show. So I'm not gonna, out of this, I'm not gonna go and try, I'm making this money over here.
Right.
And this is her lively style. She got a family.
Right. Why jeopardize it by doing this?
Right. I'm over here doing something else. It's like, and so I'm not going back to right here where I'm not making that money, and I can build. And Carissa needs Layla. Layla don't need Carissa.
Right, exactly.
That's a good point.
Absolutely.
Ice, that's a good point.
That's why Clarissa keeps bringing her name up, because who
think
that? But that's a fact though. That's the truth.
Fact,
that's the absolute truth. That's the
and Layla's not one person to back down. She like, look, if she was in a prime when she was fighting, she would have been right smack down and Clarissa right there, right in the face.
Yeah,
but Layla, like, she's more mature. It's like a little kid now. I'm not saying they're kids or whatever, but how little kids, they fight now. When you get older, you get wiser.
Absolutely.
Right. And that's what Layla is. I'm not saying Carissa's a kid or not doing that, but not doing that. I'm just using the thing that you have grown up.
Right.
And we don't need, like, even in relationships, when you get mad and argue and fight, you know what? This time I'm letting that go.
Right.
I ain't got to fight over everything.
You got to pick and choose your battles.
Right. And so she's going to make some comments and then step off and go make her money and live her life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Very good point. My next subject, real quick, guys. Earlier we were talking about today's boxing. So, guys, I'm speaking to me, and again, I don't say former IBF because he's still my brother. He's still a IBF cruiserweight champion to me. But let's talk. We was talking earlier. Me and Hanks was kicking it about today's boxing. Where has it gone, Ice? where is today's boxing gone? There's no more Al Ice Cole. There's no more Holyfield. Where is it? Where has boxing gone?
I'm gonna just tell you this. Every generation says that. Like, even before we came aboard, right? Before the 84 Olympics, they were saying boxing has faded. Then you got Holyfield and Tyson and all that. Then they came up. Then, we came up with Ray Mercer, Riddick Bowe, and all this stuff. Then after that, the Klitschko. They keep saying boxing. Every generation said we're better than the other generation. And everything is faded. But now it's the same thing with these things. They're gonna have to find other stars. Like in other sports, they said like basketball was fading until I think what they said. Michael Jordan and Magic came along.
Right. Michael, Magic, and so they were saying with basketball, like there was Doc, of course, Dr. J, and then Magic and Larry saved it, and then Michael made it global.
Right. Okay.
Right. Michael made it global, and like me and Prince was saying earlier, with boxing and with the heavyweight division, you had Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Larry Holmes, and Ken Norton, and then the heavyweight division, you had Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, the late great Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Iran Barker. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then like you said, then your group came out. Ray Mercer, yourself, Evander Holyfield, and then the next generation. Roy Jones. Right, Roy Jones. The Oscar De La Hoyas, the Felix Trinidad.
Right. Then when we sort of faded, that's when Mayweather came.
Right, and then Floyd came, and Floyd became. I think the thing that bothered people the most about Floyd is he wasn't controlled by anybody.
Right.
And then with boxing,
he learned. I can say, I said he learned, and we all evolved. Like all boxing evolved. Like from say Larry Holmes day or Muhammad Ali day, then Holyfield and Tyson. They wasn't making that much money, but we all involved in. And then just like when you said it was, Magic and Larry Bird, right?
Right.
They saved it, and Jordan took it to another level.
Right. Jordan made it global. Right.
Right. And that's what Mayweather did. It was just say Tyson and Holyfield and all the Lennox and Mercer, and then Mayweather came and took it to another level.
Right. Absolutely. Because Floyd was his own boss at the end of the day. He didn't fall under any promoter. He didn't fall under the Don Kings and the Bob Arams and a Butch Lewis or Murad Muhammad. He didn't fall under those guys. He was his own boss, so he got to say it's almost like basically it's when people get mad at LeBron for making the power moves he makes. Floyd was making the same power moves.
Yeah, I agree.
It's Floyd's ducking this person and Floyd's ducking that person. No, Floyd was making his own moves along with LeBron making his own moves in sports.
Yeah,
the organizations want to control you.
Exactly.
So whether it's basketball, baseball, football, boxing, whatever the case may be, Floyd and LeBron said, "No, you're not going to control. I'm going to control my own destiny." And now it's starting to trickle into the NFL because Tom Brady did it. And then Aaron Rodgers was kind of like, "Yo, if y'all not gonna play by my rules, I'll do some things that makes the organization uncomfortable." And that's what the whole summer was about with Aaron Rodgers.
So football is going to that round.
Oh yeah.
I would tell you, Al Coles, you could have played in the NFL. So what do you think?
That's what I was looking forward to. I never thought about boxing. I was thinking about football.
Okay.
And just boxing came along. But just what Hank said, it was just totally just like that because everything is evolving. Like before, just as simple as we had typewriters.
Right.
Now we have the computers.
Right.
And remember now the phones. Remember the big old block phones we used to have back in the day?
Absolutely.
Hey, Cole,
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
can recall. Hold on.
Go ahead and say it.
I can recall when Al Coles, we came from Jersey. Me, Al, and Rob came to Virginia Beach. We was with Teddy and them. Al Coles was the first person around us that had the new flip gray phone.
Right.
He had to convert. We was down here. And Teddy was like, "Oh snap! You got to recall that, Al."
Right.
Al
I thought I was a bad man. You know, that's when the Lexus.
Right.
And Teddy and them. Teddy might have had one, but Ted had the big joint.
Yeah.
And Al Cole had the new flipped up joint.
Yeah.
I will never forget that time. We was in a Future studio with Teddy Riley, and Al Cole had the thing on his side, the big gray phone with the big battery.
That was
the big phone.
That was the Motorola joint, right?
Yeah.
So I get there now. I had to come with that because that was one of the moments where we was looking at Al phone like, yo.
Right. Yeah, that was one to beam me up Scotty's Star Trek thing.
The flip phones and things like that. But good analogy. Good analogy.
That's right.
And that everything is just involving. And you know what? Even in the other business world, you know, like people are being smart on how they handle the business because they doing everything else for other people. Like, no, we want to get the money. We want to get paid. You doing everything. You know, we're doing everything, but you're getting paid.
Right.
Like all the managers and owners and everything. Not saying they shouldn't get in there. But come on, some of this, and you know, even it came to the thing where I ain't gonna go there, but with Colin Kaepernick,
right?
You know, he put up a good point. It's just everything is evolving,
right?
And we gotta say, you know, it's like this saying, like Black Lives Matter say, we stood up. It's all the athletes are saying the same thing. We stood up, no matter what race you are. What individual you want to stand up, whatever sport it is, or whatever unit, even if it could be with computers or business management, people want to get paid what they're worth.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's the actual fact.
That's right.
And I think that's where boxing is going now more so than to the money. Like even with Snoop, with Triller. And all of these other spots are stepping in and getting involved with the boxing to the day.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So
that's right.
But Prince Key, I could say something, even what you could say, you could talk about where the music industry. The musicians wasn't getting paid nothing.
Exactly.
Right.
They had #1 records and they still living with their parents.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
What are you talking about?
You know, I remember even when they was talking about what was it Queen Latifah and all them, or like what was the brothers oh my goodness,
Naughty by Nature?
Not but yeah, even that movie with them, Naughty by Nature, that was a great thing. The movie
you talking about the New Edition story?
What was the movie came out? NWA, right?
Oh, NWA, yeah.
The movie came out and showed how how a lot of them guys, they wasn't getting the money. Other people was getting the money.
Yeah.
So it's the same. It's the same in the music business, and then also in boxing as well.
Yeah, because look at how New Edition would go on tour. And they turn around and get dropped off back in the projects in Boston.
Exactly.
How crazy is that? You got #1 records on the radio. #1 records on the radio, on R&B radio. You cross it. Mr. Telephone Man crossed over.
Yeah.
And y'all getting dropped back off in the projects.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
How crazy is that?
And I think was it like Queen Latifah and all them when they first came out and Ron DMC them, you know. Ron DMC, they still living, acting like they left. No, they couldn't leave because they wasn't making no money. Everybody else was getting the money.
Right, that's right.
Talking sports and entertainment, we want some endorsements. It's powered by 19 Crimes. I'm drinking on the Snoop Dogg Cali Red right now, celebrating my birthday, Al, the entire weekend.
That's right.
Tomorrow's my birthday, so I am going to celebrate 19 Crimes, Cali, Red, Snoop Dogg. Please give us some promotional, give us some endorsement, talking sports and entertainment with Al Ice Cole and your brother Prince Cree. My special guest host is Alpha Tia Hanks, cousin of Joey Hanks, cousin of Doc, one of the best referees in boxing today. And then also my special guest, Sean Pitts, Sean P, I call him, is Deshaun P, but we got to break his name down and make him cool. He's rocking a Redskin jersey, but don't hate on him. They won a few little things in their life and time. They just garbage right now. This is the world famous sports entertainment, the legendary, my champion, the IBS Cruiserweight champion, Al Ice Cole. Al, the big fight is about to go down, man, in a few seconds. And this is it. We're going to cash in right now.
That's it.
I just thought I'd just be proud and honor when you come in. It makes my day, Al. It makes my day, Al.
It makes my day too. That I'm getting enjoying it. You know, you haven't kicked me out yet. So okay, I'm good to go. I got another week to go.
My brother, I say he's still a champion to me. I don't care what you say. If he would have kept going, he would have beat Holyfield. Y'all can hate on me if you want. It's world famous talking sports entertainment with my brother Al Ice Cole. I'm your brother Prince Cree, and this is my brother who?
Alpha Tia Hanks.
We love y'all.
You're listening to a Baby Gonna
Check it out, and we be back, and we're gonna commentate some more. Al, you can stick around if you want. Go get some.
I'm about to look. I gotta go. I'm about to look at something. I just wanted to tell you, but I'm gonna head out. All right.
So I can wear my tux.
All right, y'all. Peace out. Enjoy.
You gotta be rough and tough. Watch your back, you might even get snuffed by the neighborhood Mr. Snuffleupagus, a troublemaker and a real ghetto scientist, the best dealer of the land. He should use his ability to be a good salesman at a 9-to-5 job, black. Cause in the projects, a brother like that will get laughed at for being in the suit and tie scene. Cause the dress code in the projects, black hoods and black jeans. Brothers and sisters got the smarts, but it's useless when you got the brains and no heart. Daily routine, smoking blunts and cutting classes and hitting the crib with a few stunts. Young brothers got fat gear, driving the fat cars, plus their parents don't even care. Just pay the rent and don't forget. And this is how they live in the projects. This how you living when you live in the projects. This how you living when you live in the projects. This how you living when you live in the projects. Well, check this out. Early in the morning, right up on the corner, by the liquor store, brothers be selling much crack, G. Pockets looking like the mumps. Brothers be stopping cars before they get to the speed bumps. Housing cops on patrol. A lot of people standing up in the front playing the nice role. Rocks get thrown at the knocks, cause the people from the projects got that crazy heart. Doing the wrong, not the right thing, but they stick together when it comes down to the street gang. Young girls are blowing up, fat in the front, having children with nappy heads, and that sucks. Now she started smoking crack, and she found a new job and is laying on her back. She used to be a little cutie, now she's the neighborhood skeezer, giving up for booty. She smoked up a whole state check, now she's about to get evicted, y'all, from the projects. That's how you living when you live in the projects. That's how you living when you live in the projects. That's how you living when you live in the projects. Damn.
Right. Now, look at when he was supposed to fight the original date for him in Holyfield. Yeah. Look at the original date.
This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the junior welterweight division. Judges at ringside,
Jersey, right. She gonna be how old? How you gonna be? 52. 52? Yeah. Getting there, man. Damn.
Why you go to my cash app? I can't. Bless me.
They were scheduled to fight on January 27th.
Who?
Was 1992.
That was the first date. That was, okay. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
See.
Man, I love your wife, man.
Where baby girl at?
She had a trick or treat thing.
Oh, okay.
No, my bad. It was June 18th, 1990. In Atlantic City.
Right. That was the original. That was the original day. Yeah. See.
Yeah. The second time was November the 8th, 91.
Okay.
Caesar's Palace in Las
Vegas. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Mike messed all that money up, bro. Because he wasn't the same when he came out of jail.
No, he won't, man.
And like I said, had he stuck with Kevin Rooney, he would have beat Holyfield because Mike would have had discipline under Kevin Rooney.
Right.
When did he fire Kevin Rooney? That's the $1 million question. When did Mike Tyson and Kevin Rooney split?
Rooney successfully sued Mike Tyson over $4 million, claiming that the latter broke a contract by firing Rooney in 1988.
Yep.
Tyson left Rooney because he started hanging out with a different crowd. Don King and the new entourage let Tyson do what he wanted. And they let him train. And they let him train.
Okay, we're looking at the same thing. Quora, Q-U-O-R-A.
It says King had already started brainwashing Tyson and firing Rooney was a single professional decision.
Yep.
Tyson never made it.
Hello.
Oh man, it really did mark the beginning of the end of
Tyson's brilliant
Mm-hmm.
boxing career.
Yep.
Boxing, brilliant boxing technique.
Mm-hmm.
King solicited Tyson by playing the race card,
Yep.
Black Solidarity, and a few other. I can't see because the thing started free trials.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew that Don King supplanted Rooney though. I knew about that.
Yeah, he got him out of the way.
Yeah, he got him out of the way. But I didn't know he played the race card.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go back and watch the the Mike Tyson joint. The Mike Tyson when your man Michael John White.
Yeah. Martial artist.
Yep. Okay. The Tyler Perry joint. So in those movies they show Don King playing a race card with Kevin Rooney. You gotta go back and watch that joint.
Which one? Why Not Get Married 2?
Well, Michael John White was in both of them. He was in Why I Get Married 1 and 2. He played, like I say, he played Mike Tyson. But go back and watch Michael John.
The one who's in prison?
Go back and watch when Michael John White played Mike Tyson. If you go back and watch that movie, the guy that they showed Don King playing the race card with Mike and Kevin Rooney.
When he played Mike Tyson.
Yeah. If you go back and watch it, they showed him playing the race card back then. Oh yeah. Yeah. Michael John. Yeah. He played Mike Tyson. Yeah. That's who that was. Michael John White.
Yep. So they showed him playing the race card in the movie.
Yep.
Don King, he was a con artist anyway.
Oh yeah, he was a pimp.
Yeah, he was a pimp.
Come on now, I feel bad for Mike because Mike was supposed to be realistically. Honestly, Mike Tyson should have supplanted Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, exactly.
He should have.
Exactly.
But what Mike was getting.
Exactly, man. His Bobby Lee game is off the chain.
Go back and watch the fucking fear in Michael Spinks' eyes.
Oh man, yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, he met Larry Holmes.
Right, but Michael Spinks though? Michael Spinks wouldn't look Mike in the damn eye at that fight, bro. Okay, go back and watch them facing off. And Michael Spinks is all. Bro, he would not. It might look like Mike Tyson, like he was getting ready to, man, just start pulling them apart and eating them like raw meat, bro. And that was when Don got in, and that was it right there because they unified the heavyweight title. They were like, once he's got to fight Michael Spinks. He's got to fight Michael Spinks. Ain't want Mike Tyson. He ain't want no parts of Mike Tyson, bro. And right, because he barely beat Larry Holmes.
Yeah, exactly.
Realistically, they cheated Larry Holmes.
Yeah, they cheated. He said, "Y'all kiss my black
ass." Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they cheated Larry Holmes. Yeah, come on. But
they want him to beat Rocky Marciano.
Right, and then part of that was probably you beat Ali, so we gotta stick it to you some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know how corrupt boxing is. Boxing's been corrupt for 1 million years? Hey, young lady. I want
You got much candy? You can't that. You ate it all coming back?
She got a cupcake in it. This is okay. Good for you. Who you supposed to be? Oh, okay. He's got makeup on. Good for you.
Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, boxing.
It's been corrupt.
Over there, by the door, by the exit of the door.
Man, growing up in Jersey like Prince, man.
You ain't like that, Punky?
My father had.
You like it?
So somebody used to take me to all these training camps. Man, yeah. I've been around the chair. I've been around the chair. Yeah. Boxing is so corrupt. Butch Lewis, Don King, corrupt. Butch Lewis, corrupt. Bob Arum, corrupt. This brother Murad Muhammad, like all them cats was corrupt.
Should have called him.
In their own way. Don just ended up being the big dog.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
The Don.
Yeah, he ended up being the Don.
King.
Right.
Exactly.
But okay, so if you go back and watch the Mike Tyson, Michael Spinks fight, you see Don King, Butch Lewis promotion.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Butch Lewis was promoting Michael Spinks, Don King was, of course, promoting Mike Tyson. Yeah, but man, it was this brother, this Muslim brother, Murad Muhammad. Murad Muhammad was the one that helped get the Michael Spinks. It was Murad Muhammad, Butch Lewis helped get the Michael Spinks, the White Braxton, when it later became the White Muhammad Quaid.
I found the Apple Pay.
They ended up, man, it was so much going on back then, man. And it's only worse now because you got social media and guys aren't afraid to say it. Back then you didn't say it. Now they just man. That's why everybody was mad with Floyd, because Floyd didn't have no boss.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, Floyd was his own boss. Right. Everybody else had bosses.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then Bob Arum and Don King were the two biggest bosses.
Right.
You know? It is what it is. Yeah, like, come on, man.
What up, man?
All right.
Ain't much, man. Diggity. See the cowboy stuff? See the cowboy thing, bro?
Take yours off, though, bro.
Yeah, because I don't got to keep mine on. Big man came with the cowboy joint on to set the straight up. You know what I mean? He played in the league. Huh? Y'all ain't play us? Y'all ain't beat us? Did y'all play us again? Y'all can't beat us, man. It's my man Shon. That's Cherie. It's my brother, man. What up, Diggities? Dig, he told me the Redskins gonna beat us twice this year. You up next, man. The main fight is up next. All right, Shon, you up next, man. You ready to get ripped and ridiculed? All right. We back. Broadcasting live sports and entertainment with Al Ice Cole, my brother. I'm your brother, Prince Cree. Al just dropped off. He dropped in for a minute. And Shon, when Al was talking about the boxing where Clarissa is transforming into we were talking about that. I don't know if you are into, UFC fighting and everything like that. But a lot of these fighters are doing stuff for the money. And she was calling out Layla Ali.
Right.
And I'm thinking, like, that's the way some of the, where some of the fighters now, boxers, have to go to that UFC because they paying that money for people to get into that octagon and fight the way they fighting. What are your thoughts on that, where some boxers are coming from one sport and going into that UFC type of fighting? And which form of boxing do you like the most?
Well, I tend to gravitate towards the oldest form instead of the mixed martial arts or the UFC, the octagon. I tend to gravitate towards the oldest form, which is, not using feet.
Oh, so you just like traditional boxing?
Traditional boxing.
Okay.
But as far as the traditional boxers going into the mixed martial arts, I mean, like you just said initially, it's a money thing. and because some boxers may feel like UFC or the mixed martial arts is outgaining the attention of the population
Yeah.
as far as traditional boxing is concerned.
I think it is. I think that the UFC and that type of fighting is more exciting now to this culture and to the generation now, and where I see a lot of fighters. And the crazy thing about it is been seeing the guy that came from UFC. What his name is? Fatia McGregor. What is it?
Conor McGregor. Yeah,
he went from this UFC to get into the ring with Mayweather.
Right, exactly.
It's like so sports is really becoming truly about the money.
He was destroyed.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mayweather did his thing against Conor.
Okay. Yeah. So, because I know Fatia ain't a big Mayweather fan, so he's gonna be side hustling some sneaky stuff. I wish I had 3 mics so he can chime in on this. He can come over here and talk. Mayweather is the truth.
Yes,
but if I had to ask Mr. Hanks, a student of this boxing game, his father took him around and stuff, so he's old school. And I get it, man. He been around Ali, his father, when he was little. He's into his cousin Joey, the Truth Hanks. They bolo, Tyson bolos and all that stuff. And then Mayweather don't knock a lot of people out, so
he just shine on.
So
you.
Hanks is big on that. I don't see nigga knock down. My cousin Doc never counted nobody out on none of his fights. It was always in the winner by unanimous decision. So he's gonna talk that stuff. Them Irvington, New Jersey people, they talk that stuff.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into some other stuff. Talking sports and entertainment, and I love sports and I love entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you something. If you were a fighter, you was training,
right,
getting ready for your fight,
right,
what music would be in your headphones as you working out on the back?
Tupac, When We Ride on Our Enemies.
Oh, I don't even have that song. So when we ride
let me go to a DMX.
What your nigga
Party Up. Party Up.
Yo, okay.
DMX,
okay.
Party Up.
Okay.
I know you got that. Play that for me.
No, we'll play that in the we'll play that on the post. But right now, I just wanted to know if you were fighting, what would be in your playlist? And you said Tupac, and then
When
you
We
said
Ride on Our Enemies and DMX, Party Up.
Okay. When I'm gonna bring Hanks back.
I can't leave Biggie out.
Okay, you can't leave Biggie out.
Hypnotized.
Okay.
Biggie, Hypnotized.
Okay.
Three of the legends.
Okay. This is a special edition of Talking Sports and Entertainment. Allies Code took a break. He would stop in. I'm your brother, Prince Cree. When I say special edition, we went above and beyond time. So I definitely know I'm going to have to cut, edit, splice, and make it all work out for the good of our people who follow us on all social media and podcast outlets. So let's jump right into some more stuff. Let's talk about the game between Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. What are your thoughts on that, Sean? Did you watch the game?
Yes, I did. I did watch the game.
What is your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, the Cardinals just didn't have enough firepower for the Packers.
Now, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of perspectives in this.
Right.
So I'm thinking Aaron Rodgers is one of those.
He's an elite
players. Couldn't even get it out. I think he's one of those players, right, that has so much intelligence when it comes to this sport called football.
Right.
And I give him credit.
Yes, must indeed.
Do I like him? Hell no. I think Aaron Rodgers is overrated. And I don't know Stephen A. Smith, I'm telling you, he's a bad man. Yeah, he is. But 9 out of 10 times, some of that stuff is luck. Okay, I'm saying it. I'm a Cowboy hater. I don't like her. Aaron Rodgers is very skilled. Let me be honest. He's very skilled. But I just think that, damn.
If he had the receivers or even the back that the Cowboys have, I mean, he would be virtually In mind, he would be another Tom Brady.
Okay.
They put the right receivers around Brady to keep him the GOAT that he is, to maintain his status level
Maybe.
in the NFL.
Yeah, that's true. But what do Cowboys like? Don't bring my Cowboys into this, man. It took a while for us to get those receivers because all we was doing is banking on when we won those chips when we had just the playmaker, Michael Irvin.
Yes.
And
88.
And Jason Witt.
Yes.
Harper. Gosh, okay. And then we just had those two. Just like when the 49ers was winning, they had like two receivers in the go-to, two receivers, a tight. They had simplicity. So that I'm not gonna lie. Today's football, it's almost like you gotta have a medley of whole. Like for Cowboys to have those many weapons now and two running backs, like we didn't have that when we were winning. Like when the 49ers was winning, it was one back, two receivers, and a guy that can catch almost, and a quarterback that was the bomb. Like now it's like a whole bunch of players now. Like these new people need like a whole. Like I'm not gonna front. If you want to go back to the old school form of football, when y'all had Riggins and a quarter wide receiver,
Joe Theismann.
It wasn't like a
Posse,
whole.
Art Monk, Gary Clark, Ricky Sanders.
Right. See, yeah, you a real diehard.
Yeah.
Okay, diehard Cowboy, Redskin fan. But you know what I'm saying, Fatia? Like these days, this nowadays football, it's like not for nothing. I'm glad we got Lamb, Cooper,
right?
Two a tight end, two running backs. I'm glad to that. But back in the days, it was just simple. Two or three people.
Where the 49ers had what was his name? Was Rathman, number 44?
Yeah, but then they had Rice. Rice.
Yeah.
I don't even know that.
Yeah.
What was the other wide receiver?
John Taylor.
Right.
Right.
But they didn't have football cards. Like the 49ers had Rice, the running back, Craig. Like
Craig Rogers.
And Taylor was good. Like he was like when we was winning.
Craig.
When we had Tony Hill. Okay, let me shut up. All right. Okay. I am not making it really a valid point. I'm just trying to say it's my birthday. I can do what I want, say what I want. It's my podcast. But I think I'm wrong. Let me shut up. I think players had a lot of players. Got my man Randall Evans in the building, and Randall is a track star, and he runs the tracks. He's the sprinters, the bomb, Speedy, aka Speedy.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I know some famous people, man.
Right.
Yeah, I'm proud to be knowing of famous people. Randall don't think he's famous. He just a regular cat. And,
right.
But Randall's in the building talking sports and entertainment. I'm your brother, Prince Cree. Al Cole just took a break, I guess. But I'm talking sports entertainment. I got my special hosts, Alpha Hanks and Shon P. We'll be back more.
We'll be back.
Special edition. It is going like 3-4 hours, y'all.
Yes.
We love y'all.
Yes, love y'all.
Come on. Living in the projects, you gotta be rough and tough. Watch your back, you might even get snuffed by the neighborhood Mr. Snuffleupagus, a troublemaker and a real ghetto scientist, the best dealer of the land. He should use his ability to be a good salesman at a 9-to-5 job, black. Cause in the projects, a brother like that will get laughed at for being in the suit and tie scene. Cause the dress code in the projects, black hoods and black jeans. Brothers and sisters got the smarts, but it's useless when you got the brains and no heart. Daily routine, smoking blunts and cutting classes and hitting the crib with a few stunts. Young brothers got fat gear, driving the fat cars, plus their parents don't even care. Just pay the rent and don't forget. And this is how they live in the projects. This how you living when you live in the projects. This how you living when you live in the projects. This how you living when you live in the projects. Check this out. Early in the morning, right up on the corner, by the liquor store, brothers be selling much crack, G. Pockets looking like the mumps. Brothers be stopping cars before they get to the speed bumps. Housing cops on patrol. A lot of people standing up in the front playing the nice role. Rocks get thrown at the narcs. Cause the people from the projects got that crazy heart. Doing the wrong, not the right thing. But they stick together when it comes down to the street gang. Young girls are blowing up, fat in the front, having children with nappy heads, and that sucks. Now she started smoking crack, and she found a new job and is laying on her back. She used to be a little cutie, now she's the neighborhood skeezer, giving up for booty. She smoked up a whole state check, now she's about to get evicted, y'all, from the projects. That's how you living when you live in the projects. That's how you living when you live in the projects. That's how you living when you live in the projects.
So he hey, Sunborn, you said he's in, son, you said he's 2 hours away? Son, that's like Richmond. Son, that ain't no 2 hours. You exaggerating, black man. Oh, he's 2 hours away. Oh, okay. Okay. Who?
Right.
The song? Yeah, at the park, man. What you need the wisdom to translate. You talking about at the park? Yeah, well, you ain't giving me the real deal, son. You just saying, church.
Yeah. From 12.
Man.
They were slugging it out though.
Yeah, it was. Gosh almighty.
He bust open.
Shot.
God,
Both done.
yeah. Yeah. Damn. Cut over his eye.
Stop bleeding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, gotta be. Gotta be. Yeah, it's still leaking.
Yeah, look.
Still leaking. Yeah, he's still leaking. Matthew Gonzalez. God, dog. Oh, man. Man, that's when he bust his nose. Yep. God, dog.
We over here just chilling, man. That's it, Sunbone. That's all. Ain't doing much, man. Just jumping on my splabby here. Cast. I'm gonna stop and do another. Yeah. All right. Grab that. How many hours is that? All right, Sunbone. Yeah. How many hours?
218.
218.
Yeah.
All right, son, boy. All right.
Who you think won? Hard to say. Yeah, they was going at it.
You know, if they called the draw, I'm all right with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They was
like,
going at it. Yeah.
You gotta. Yeah, that's it. Turn it. What up, Rand? You getting on with me? Evans.
It's a draw.
Yeah. Fight declared a draw. You called it though. You called it.
You
called it.
Yo, you can't be mad. No, it was yeah.
You said it too, man. Yeah, come on. I know he wasn't gonna get it. Nah. Huh? Nah. You'll be surprised who he is. He should be on this. Come on, sit down with me, dear little brother. Man, man, I ain't ask you no hard question. Man, I ask you about track and field, man. Ah, yeah, this Negro. Yeah, I'll rock him. I'm going to stop it in a few, man. Let's relax. We can relax. You can chill. The people see us. They just wonder what we doing over there.
Yeah, 2 hours and 21 minutes, 5 seconds.
Trying to wait for the main event, but that ain't gonna. I'm gonna end it and start another one. Give me that remote.